that's it.
Nice difference.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Welcome everyone to tonight's Impact Wrestling. Sorry I'm a little bit late, family stuff going on, but we just saw the Rascals reunited on Impact Wrestling, so that was interesting. I am surprised. I'm not opposed, but I'm surprised that Zachary Wentz or Nash Carter or whatever his name is, I'm a little surprised he got picked up by anyone, considering there were a lot of allegations of abuse about his ex-girlfriend or whatever, which, of course, you know, I don't know how much truth there is or isn't any of it. I just know that's why he was released from WWE. So I'm surprised to see him anywhere. But so right now we've got Deonna Purrazzo joining us on commentary for this match. And hold on, I'm going to get subtitles set up so that I can have subtitles and see what's going on. So she's getting ready for commentary. I'm sure to watch Trinity, since they're going to face each other at, I think it's Slammiversary that's up next. I'm pretty sure it's Slammiversary and then Bound for Glory. So we're getting Trinity coming out now, and this should be a decent match. I'm not a huge Trinity fan, but, you know, she's not bad. She's just, you know, she's not for everyone. But she is talented. I'll give her that. You know, for those of you who don't know Naomi in WWE, but, you know, we'll see. Trinity is coming to the ring right now. It's always weird to me that they had her change her name. They had her, you know, a different name, different theme music, different all that, but she still wears that same silly green coat to the ring. And I think the reason that's interesting to me, at least, is because it's like, so everybody knows who she is, but you know how that is with naming and stuff. So we're waiting for her opponent right now. Savage can hear me, but I don't think he can see me, or he's not here, but he might get a kick out of this, as the rest of y'all might. Somehow, when I made my custom character on AEW Fight Forever, he ended up looking exactly like Jay White, and it wasn't even intentional. I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting, but okay. So anyways, now we're getting Giselle Shaw having her entrance, who I'm not a huge Giselle Shaw fan, but she has impressed me lately. She gets consistently better almost.
I got it. You ready? Here it goes. It's going bye-bye. And we got it. We got it.
Savage has got a good-looking family. He does. And he works very hard for his family. A lot of people I know think it's like, oh, well, you know, he's got PPW and it's pro wrestling and then he's got his chat group. But I mean, Savage works hard for his family, and you know, a lot of respect for that. So it's going to be Trinity and Giselle Shaw going at it when we get back from commercial break. So, yeah, you know, the funny thing is, like, playing the AEW game now, as far as I have, it's a good game. I mean, the groundwork is certainly there for a all-time great game. And if they do, in fact, do it as a live service, I think they could end up making a really great game. We'll just have to wait and see. But so for those of y'all who care, like I said, while I'm doing this, I'm also going to be playing the AEW Fight Forever since I got it. And that's right, we're going to do everyone's favorite hobby. And we all know what everyone's favorite hobby is. That favorite hobby is to beat up CM Punk. But no, in all seriousness, it's a good game. It's fun, and to me, that's all I wanted from it. I just wanted a fun game. Anyone who wants to, sound off in the comments who's here, what you're doing tonight, how's it going? Right now, we're in a commercial break, so just sound off, say hi, or ask questions or whatever you want, and I'll answer as best I can, or you can give in and share, or what. Just what are y'all guys up to tonight? I mean, we're just getting commercial breaks right now, so that's why I was like, what are y'all guys doing? I just thought I would ask and see. All right. Time to hit Punk with that signature. Oh. Oh, hold on. Is there? Oh, hey, Richard. Richard. I'm gonna say this, but I might get it wrong. Ingracia. So, how are you doing tonight, man? Happy Thursday. Right now, it's good. I'm just watching Impact and beating the holy crap out of CM Puke. Seriously? GTH doesn't have a pin combo. That's a little annoying. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, it kind of makes sense that it wouldn't. Ooh. GTH. And we got 1, 2, 3. So there we go. First pinfall victory of my custom character, getting the pinfall over CM Punk. Puke. And now gonna beat him up after the match because it's what he deserves. Huh? It's fun. It's if you go into it just looking for a fun game, I think you're really gonna enjoy it. You got to go into it knowing that it's not WWE 2K23, and that's both the best thing for it and the best thing against it. So, all right, here we go. Starting the match, Trinity versus, I guess it's going to be Vidal or whatever his name is. Which I'm not a huge fan of intergender matches, but anyways. Trinity face first into the corner turnbuckle, the second one, and now a corner dropkick. No, went for a corner dropkick, then slapped her across the face, which if I'm Trinity, I'm going to beat the whole crap out of him for that. Ooh, dropkick, missile dropkick, knocking Vidal or whatever his name is into the corner. Then Trinity returned the favor. Now she's putting the boots to him in the corner. Vidal looking like he's scared to death of her, which, I mean, kind of makes sense considering, he's pretty much a joke. I mean, I think that's kind of the point. But yeah, so the game is good. You you can't go into it going, oh, this is WWE. It is not as good as WWE. Like, don't compare the two. That's not a good thing to do. But you know what time it is, guys? It's time that Orange Cassidy understands that he's out of his head, out of your tongue. No, wait, how did the song go? Out of my head, you're out of time. Playing is packed now, guys, and it's it'll be interesting to see. This is the first time I played as a high flyer character, so I'll be curious to see how they play. Now we've got Vidal putting the boots to Trinity. Let's see. He's going for something. I'm not sure what, but. Ooh, Trinity with a bad-looking Pele kick. Looked like she landed right on her head. I don't know if that was intentional or if there was a botch there. It almost kind of looked like a botch, but then it also kind of looked intentional. So, who knows? Vidal getting mad at the referee because he only counted a 2 on there, which, I mean, it's like, yeah. Let's see. Trinity sent into the corner. He got his boot up and proceeded to do the whole, slam the head against the boot thing. This has actually been my best match in the Fight Forever so far. It's been really good and competitive. I got to figure out some way to see if I can ever get you guys to figure out how, if there's any way to stream it to y'all, because it's good. I think, I'll say it this way, guys. If y'all have the $60 to spend on it, I actually highly recommend it. But if you don't, if you wait for a sale, it's not the end of the world. I like it. I highly recommend it. But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm still trying to learn how to do springboard attacks. That's the one thing that's still eluding me this whole time. Out of my head, you're out of time. Trinity sent to the corner, hung up on the ropes. Although now she's out, she gives him a kick to the head. Trinity to the top rope. Trinity is gonna diving crossbody. And now we're gonna see. I think she's calling for the end of this match. Thank goodness I could have done without this match, honestly. I don't dislike Trinity, but this intergender matches to me are always silly because it's like, what? Why? Oh, Savannah getting in the way, preventing her from it. However, then she's locking in Star Trek, stuck, tap out by Vidal, and there is the end of your match. And because of it, I'm thinking I may actually try and go for a submission win. Maybe I'll lock in Pax Brutalizer. Oh, lights go out, and they're now wailing on Trinity. Black Arrow. Dang, that got some range, too. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Sorry, got it. Purrazzo and Shaw now wailing into each other. Diana Purrazzo kicks out Savannah Evans, and now Trinity realizes that Diana saved her. And now they're having a stare down in the middle of the ring because they remind us that these two are opponents tomorrow. So we're reminded it's a 4-way match for the Impact World title. We're getting ABC versus Moose and Brian Myers, OVE, and I didn't see who the third team was. Sorry, guys. Brian Myers comes into the room. Moose is there. He says he knew he'd be there. And he says that after Slammiversary, they're going to be the tag team champions. He says with their talents combined, it's guaranteed. Moose says with their talents combined, it's guaranteed they're going to win the tag team championships. He's saying that he needs to ditch the dead weight, and by dead weight, he means the two students, I guess. Oh, so y'all can't see because a lot of like I wish I could stream to y'all, but Orange Cassidy got his legs up and countered my black arrow, so that was nice. Leo Rush is going to make his Impact Wrestling debut, which, let's see, that means he's now worked for WWE, AEW, Impact, and let's see, hold on. So we've got New Japan, WWE, AEW, and Impact now. So he's been to all the major promotions, mostly because nobody wants him in any promotion, but, whatever. I guess. So. I'm sure Savage is saying that. Unfortunately, the one major complaint I have against the AEW game is for whatever reason, they didn't give it, crossplay, which to me seems like a huge mistake. But, unfortunately, my opinion don't mean crap, really, but. So. We're back to another commercial break. That's kind of the reason why I feel like I can also talk about the game is, I don't mean this to sound rude, but when it's a commercial break, like I could either be playing the AEW game or I could be watching the commercials and telling y'all what's going on. And since it's commercials, who cares? It's a fun game. I'm actually having more fun with this than I did 2K23. Not that I didn't have fun with 2K23, but 2K23's become more of a simulation, and this is more of your old school, No Mercy, SmackDown versus Raw. The games I grew up with, and because of that, this is a little bit higher on my list of awesome things because it's just awesome. Oh, golly, Orange just Samoa Joe'd the crap out of freaking I mean, Orange Cassidy just Samoa Joe'd the heck out of my pack. That was mean. He just stepped out of the way and was like, "Nope, I'm not having it." I do see Savage's point also, and I will agree with him. They do need to get better about like making it clear this is how you do this or this or this, because right now I'm having an issue with like, so every person has two finishers, or in theory has two finishers. And the issue I'm having is that I can figure out how to do his Black Arrow, but I can't figure out how to do his Brutalizer because it says upper body opponent must be face down. Well, the problem is I can't figure out how to switch him over to face down, but I'm sure that's something that's probably covered in the tutorial, and I just haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, that's good. It's a good game. All right, we're back now, guys, to Impact. Impact. They're showing us something about Amazing Race Canada, which I don't know why, but okay. Zicky dies. They're showing this. So he says he prevented Gujar from going for it. Johnny Swinger got his first victory. So, you know. He says road to 50 now. He says, I don't even know how to explain this. This is jokes about, you know, he got his first victory. It was against this Mark Gujar Gapash. You know, just, and they decided, he decided that Santino Marella decided that it did not work. So, you know. So now we get Lio Rush making his AEW in-ring debut. And I'm not a Lio Rush fan, never have been. It's not that he's terrible, he's just not my thing. Destination Unknown in here. Destination Unknown. Ruby, so. Like I said, Lio Rush making his Impact debut, which I mean, I know I should be a little bit more, you know, oh, it's a big deal, but I'm just not a fan. Never have been. So we're being told that Lio Rush they're running down Lio Rush's accomplishments. Leo Rush showing disrespect. Oh, went for a handshake and then slapped him across the face. So I guess Rush is going to be a heel, or in my opinion, he's going to be, because, geez, Louise, guys, that was a heel move if ever there was one. Yeah, so now we're getting back and forth. Leo Rush tries to send him into the ropes, doesn't work. He jumps off the middle rope, back and forth, and some really impressive moves from Leo Rush. I'm not a big Leo Rush fan, but that was a nice little, duck and then exchange and then hit and then blah, 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 blah. And it was impressive. I mean, for credit's due, that was actually pretty good. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Okay, Leo Rush with a nice handspring. I don't know. I just handspring, and then he kicked him in the face, and okay. So, I mean, what can I say about Leo Rush's matches? He's another one of those guys who, and this doesn't make him a bad guy by any means. He's just, in my opinion, not anything particularly great. He's a high flyer who's semi-decent, but, Leo Rush with a nice suicide dive. I mean, it was a nice suicide dive. I don't like Leo Rush, but I'll give credit where credit's due. That was a nice suicide dive. He's now setting him up in the corner. I guess he's going to go for his finisher, which is some sort of. He went for some sort of like buzzsaw kick almost. Now he's going to the top rope. And now what's he going for? Other than the fact that he's wasting a lot of time up there on that top rope, which is not a good thing to do. That was, I guess, like a 5-star frog splash. I mean, if you guess it, I'd give that maybe like 2 stars, but. Savage is out with his family, and I don't know where Jay or Anthony is. I assume he sent them a invite, but so Leo Rush wins his Impact Wrestling debut, which is good, I guess. Yeah. We now turn to the events between Santana Marella and Dirty Dongo. Dirty Dongo wants to talk about how Santino even got into professional wrestling in the first place. He got slapped around by Jim Cornette. Yeah, James D. Cornette saw this clown laughing at his product down in OVW, and he brought him in the back and he slapped him right in front of the face. The powers that be in the Evil Empire decided, hey, this kid is going to sue us, so now we got to get him a job. So he's saying the only reason Santino was ever anything was because somebody slapped him across the face, and they were like, oh, we got to give him something so that he doesn't sue us. Which, maybe there's some truth to that. I don't know. Santino is now mad because Dirty Dongo brought up the fact that his daughter is down at a training facility, and evidently she's getting slapped around well. So he says like father, like son, or daughter, I guess. And Santino is not taking that very well. He's not happy that he said that. He says that this was never supposed to be, he never wanted to return, that this was supposed to be his career after his in-ring retirement. But when he says stupid things like this, he makes him go back in the ring. He has no choice. He has to do it. He says he's never been humiliated in his life. He wants to try and take away Santino's work ethic, like he didn't earn this. Well, he's going to show him that he did earn this. There was a time when he broke his neck. You don't have the right to take that from him, and that you're going to take that. He says just for that, he's going to pay. He's going to make Santino is going to make Dirty Dongo pay. And now we're back to another commercial break, guys. I'm trying to find a good finisher for my character. I was hoping that Stormbreaker would be in here, but it doesn't look like it is. I will say another thing I don't particularly like about the game, and there's a lot that I do. Keep in mind, I'm not about to be like, oh, this game's terrible, nobody should play it, blah, blah, blah. But one thing I'm not a huge particular fan of, I don't like the fact that they won't tell you which moves are pin combos and which ones aren't unless you play it. That's a little annoying, but, whatever. And there's a couple of WWE finishers in here. Like, I think, the Attitude Adjustment, for instance, is in here, which is an interesting... it's interesting that they put that in there, you know? So... Oh, anyone who's thinking about getting this game, though, yeah, I recommend it. It's good. The only complaint I have thus far is the thing about you don't know which one's necessarily going to be a pin, and then the other thing is I'm not sure if I like the fact that it's not crossplay. And I feel like crossplay is something that really could have made this game be something really good. Oh, come on, wait, what? They've got that silly stun dog millionaire move, but they don't have the Stormbreaker? What the heck? Oh, excuse me. Fujiwara armbar. Oh, that's the salt of the earth. They've got Bully Ray's full Nelson bomb. I don't know if we've seen Bully Ray yet tonight, but full Nelson bomb is in AEW Fight Forever. So, you know. Oh, they've got the German suplex Rainmaker combo. That'll. You know what? I actually kind of like that. So we're now seeing Bully and Macklin versus Eddie Edwards and Frankie Kazarian, showing that there was trouble between those two. Bully Ray and Macklin picking up the win against Frankie Kazarian and Eddie Edwards. He questions if they were calling him a liar, if that was an intentional kick. Did he mean to kick him? He thinks that maybe he did. Now, Eddie Edwards is saying that it's Frankie Kazarian's ego that's preventing them from being a real team, which is kind of funny to me. I mean, it's good work. It's just funny. Richard, I'll answer that with a yes and a no. He does not get cut open like, oh, look, it's been 5 seconds, time to get cut open. But at the same time, I found that Moxley, for whatever reason, hey Jay,
those who speak his name, he shall appear.
Yes, he shall. So I was answering Richard's question about does John Moxley get cut open a lot in the AEW game? No, he doesn't get cut open per se, but for whatever reason, he does seem to bleed easier than any other character.
Right now, I'm watching another same tag team women's match in Impact.
Hold on, I can hardly hear you. Give me a second here.
That's probably the AEW Fight Forever background music you probably have. You can't hear me.
No, it was because I actually had the music going too loud on the how I'm watching Impact.
Every time Taylor Wilde and Killian come out, they have a good match for 5 minutes, and you know what happens after the 5 minutes?
It stops being good.
It's their shit.
Yep.
That's what I'm seeing right now. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Hammerlock Lariat.
But I always love Taylor's Wilde. Always charismatic and a persona.
I liked Taylor Wilde until they started doing this whole Coven gimmick. But other than that, I did like her.
This is like basically JC Jane 2.0 I'm watching right now, even though she's whack. But
even though what?
Even though she's whack, she's horrible. This is like JC Jane 2.0 I'm watching in the ring there.
Yeah.
Oh God.
This is I don't know, man. Like considering that this is weird because considering that Impact actually has a good women's division, why these two are not putting on a good match is very confusing to me.
Well, I think they're losing their eyes on the ball a lot. Let's face it, they're also dropping the ball on Dirty Dango himself.
On who? Dirty Dango?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're missing big opportunities on him.
I don't necessarily think it's a bad feud, him and Santino. And tonight's promo was actually pretty good with Dango basically laughing it off as like, haha, you're a joke, and him being like, hey, you said something about my daughter, and now I'm gonna have to kick your ass. I thought it was good because normally we see, Santino Marella is the jokester, and Dongo's been kind of the more serious one. So I thought that was a good little switch up. But yeah, for the most part, I don't know. This feud is one of those things where I'm like, I hope we get the definitive end of it this Sunday because I want to see Dongo move on to better things.
I thought they did a doc on him.
That they what?
I thought they did a doc on him, a documentary on him.
They did.
So why in the blue hell would you have him compete last week in probably one of the shittiest matches we've seen in Impact? I ask you. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I think they're dropping the ball, and that's what I'm saying. I think they're dropping the ball with him.
So, Jay, you want to hear something funny, Jay?
It's not AEW Fight Forever, right?
Well, it's a little bit about it, but not much. But because of the fact that the creation suite is a little bit limited, I just created the character I wanted to, and my friend saw it today, and he goes, "Were you trying to design Jay White?" I was like, "Nope, somehow it just turned out that way."
You designed Jay White.
Yeah, he's like, he looks like Jay White except for without the he looks like Jay White got into a street fight, and I'm like, I mean, okay. Oh, this match though, bleh.
Yeah.
This match
not
is pretty
really
terrible.
Good.
So
it's really not.
What did you think of the promo we saw right before this with Kazarian and Edwards?
Well, I think it's basically right there in the clear for all of us that Eddie Edwards works better as a heel than a face.
He works better as a what now?
As a heel than a face.
Oh yeah. Eddie is. He was good during
That's
his
what
original.
I saw.
He was good during his original run with the Wolves or whatever. But after that, I was like, yeah, he's better off as a heel, in my opinion. I agree.
Let's see where it goes. Enjoyed the match last week, the main event. It was pretty good.
Well, I mean, the match itself was good last week, and I was surprised that Macklin and Bully Ray actually worked together as well together as they did. Like, I like Steve Macklin and I like Bully Ray, but if you had told me, oh, these two are going to work well together, I don't know that I necessarily would have thought they would.
Well, they're making it work. But right now, I'm seeing a horrible combination right here that looks really slow and plotting.
Oh, so Jay, I was telling the group that I'm really not that big of a fan of him. So what do you think about Leo Rush having now worked for literally every company on the planet?
Insane. Hopefully he doesn't screw this one up. Keep his mouth shut and just stay in line.
He's a good wrestler, but he needs to learn to keep his mouth shut.
Just stay in line. But I didn't really enjoy the match. I didn't enjoy his debut match. I wasn't into it.
It was okay. It wasn't anything great. It was just kind of.
Didn't you see him on the top rope, just standing there trying to get some sort of reaction from the crowd, but nobody really gave them?
Well, and here's what I don't get. I mean, the way he started off, that smack and everything, so it's his debut match and all that. So what I got out of it is that he's going to be a heel.
And then what? And then what? There we go, Taylor Wilde. Woo! Smashing it to the ring post. Here we go. This should be the finish.
It should be. They didn't do Masha Slamovich credit justice, in my opinion. I think she would have been better had they, maybe not had her lose to Jordan Grace. I don't think that helped her.
Tag team partner choking out Taylor Wilde here. Jesus. Who is it?
Here we go. Suplex.
Wait, this kid.
Oh! Suplex in. Rainmaker.
Rainmaker? This woman definitely reminds me of Jason James.
Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, not cool. Not cool. Darby Allin reversed my finisher, Jay.
He's that strong. You're in love with the game. You're in love with the game. You're in love with it.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being in love with a good game?
Nothing, man. Enjoy it. Leave it up. Right now, I'm trying to see if we're gonna watch any good wrestling tonight. What's gonna happen here? We
so
saw
far,
Trinity
the answer
have
is
a
no. We are
battle.
not going to see any good wrestling tonight.
Trinity fought earlier tonight, looking very impressive.
This Jay, I think, is part of the problem with Impact right now. In
Dog
my opinion, my personal opinion, part of the problem with Impact is they're wildly inconsistent with their booking. Some nights you have great matches, and then other nights you're like, why am I watching this? So, here's a question for you, Jay. Even though I know you don't like the video game, I don't care.
Dog collar. I knew it. Dog collar.
I get that you're not the biggest fan of the game, and that's fine. But I have a question. The game made me think of this, but I'm just curious in general. Who do you think has the best finisher in AEW?
You mean in the game or just in general?
Just in general in AEW, who has the best finisher? Oh, Slamovich, you're a winner. Not that anybody cares, but you know what? I'll expand it just a little. Will say specifically has to be somebody who is on AEW Dynamite. So no Collision, no Ring of Honor, no New Japan, only on Dynamite.
Oh, man. I feel like I'm obligated to say a top talent finisher, but I really don't want to say it. I rather. Oh man.
Go ahead.
I'm always stuck. I'm stuck with like. I always like Penta's finisher when he just cradles you and just basically drops you on your head.
What was they call it? I think they call it the fear
factor. I forgot
factor.
What they call it, or the zero, whatever.
I can't
always
remember
like
if it's.
that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called because part of me thought it was called the fear factor, but that might have been what they called an impact.
Yeah, I always like that finisher. I don't know why.
Hold on, let's see. Pinta El Zero Miedo. I can tell you his finisher's name in just a second. His finisher is the package pile driver.
Package pile driver.
Yeah. It's a good finisher. I'll give you that.
I like it.
I will tell you. I was telling them, even though I like the game, I can still give flack to it. 2 complaints I have thus far is like Pac has his brutalizer finisher, but it says, oh, in order to do this, you have to be grounded on the upper body, but they must be face down. Well, I can't figure out how to roll him over to where he's face down. Now, maybe I'm just not reading the instructions correctly, but I can't seem to find it. And I'm like, well, that's frustrating. But on the plus side, and then the other thing I don't like is that, and I do think WWE does this better, is like, I want my character to have I wanted him to have a finisher where it was he hits it and goes for the pin immediately, like a pin finisher, right? Well, they don't tell you which one's a pin finisher and which one's not, so you just have to kind of experiment around.
You gotta know from your knowledge.
Yeah.
I've told Penta it's a pin finisher.
Yeah, Penta has a good finisher. I'm actually about to do a match. I'm going to do Penta El Zero Miedo versus... let's see. Who do I want to have him beat the crap out of?
These commercials are dragging. What's going on
Yeah.
here? Now I'm starting to wonder why I don't watch this.
I mean, I guess I could just go with the best one ever, right? The simple solution of who should Penta El Zero Miedo beat up? The same person that everybody should beat up. CM Puke.
In WWE, you know whose finisher I like that's really easy and you could just sink it in whatever? Cora Jade's finisher.
Yeah, she's got a good
DDT
finisher.
package. You could catch it, boom, out of nowhere. Boom.
Yeah, she's got a good finisher.
Um,
I'll say this. She certainly got a better finisher than, and I'm sorry, I know, you love her and all this stuff. And you know, I was really thinking about what you like about her and what I don't like about her. And it came to me the other day. You know what I realized it is? I don't like Pop Rocks. It's not a good finisher. It feels like a crappy Canadian destroyer.
we gotta use it for now.
I'm hoping that maybe if she ever goes up to the main roster, they'll give her a better finisher. But
I'm sure they will. Look, it took Karrion Kross 2 years on the roster to finally get a finisher that actually looks good.
I always liked the cross jacket, but
yeah, but it doesn't connect, with the fans. It's eh.
Well, part of the problem with what
Here-
me and my friend were talking about this earlier. Part of the problem of why I don't think Karrion connects with the fans very well. This dude, more so than anyone else, has had the worst booking. Like, you bring him in, he looks like a monster, then you do nothing with him. So you go, okay, we'll do this instead, and he looks like a monster for a little bit, and then y'all go, hey, guess what? Time to go back to making him look like a jobber.
Here we go. We're seeing a Scott D'Amore video package right now.
Oh, Lord. I'm actually
The history of Scott D'Amore.
I'm now really sad that I am running behind you because that means I'm going to have to endure this still.
Training at the WCW power plant, he's saying.
Good Lord.
He almost, I think he fought D'Lo. It said D'Lo versus Scott D'Amore.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me, actually. But that's because I like D'Lo. D'Lo was the kind of dude who he could make a lot of people look good. Let's see, what are your finishers? What the hell? Pinto's only got one? Pentagon thus far is the only wrestler I've seen in the entire game that only has the one finisher and one signature. Maybe it's because he's the only one that needs it.
Everybody's talking about how they love Scott D'Amore right now.
Yeah. You know who doesn't like Scott D'Amore? People with brains.
Here we go. Motor machine guns running their mouth.
Here we go. Nick Aldis. They're showing us how he turned on Alex Shelley. Honestly, I doubt this is going to happen, but I would love to see it. I would love to see them pull a surprise and Nick Aldis win. I don't think it's going to happen, but that would be cool.
They swear Scott D'Amore was a great legend. Relax, guys, relax.
Well, I mean, actually, from what I've read, Scott D'Amore is a very nice and good guy. The problem I have is the fact that the problem I have is it's okay, he's a great guy, and why do we care?
Because they need the ratings. It's bad. You seen it last week. You're seeing it tonight. All I think was Trinity has been performed the best tonight. Yeah, it was a mediocre match, but she did perform. She looked great. Deonna Purrazzo threw the worst right forearms on the mat I have ever seen tonight. How slow is it? Jesus. It was slow. It was soft. But she's still on my top 10.
Deonna?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah, you could put her husband there too. Her husband, they go everywhere, man.
I think that what's her name? I think.
You know
what? You know what? Savage is not going to like me hearing this, but I say this and I believe it. I believe that if you're talking about the best female wrestler on the planet right now, I think Deonna has to be in that conversation.
Do you know she was ranked number 3, 2021?
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling PWI. Hello. People live under a rock these days. They don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care how many pictures they show of young Scott D'Amore. I don't care. If
Nope.
he created a Canadian destroyer, la 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 la. I don't care about it.
Nope. The only thing that Scott D'Amore has done that I care about is the fact that he managed Team Canada, which was Bobby Roode, who I still think Bobby Roode is the talent that is getting. I think he's getting screwed the most out of everyone in WWE right now. Like Bobby Roode should have been a world champion already.
Listen, Bobby Roode hasn't been TV for a year, but he's getting
Well, he got
paid.
injured.
He's getting paid, and he's getting well taken care of, man.
Huh?
I say he's getting paid, and he's getting well taken care of by those WWE medical doctors because they're the best. So,
Yes. And just like look, do I want Bobby Roode to come back and get a huge push? Absolutely, I do. But just like I said with Randy Orton, I do not want him to come back until he is good and ready and healed.
you see, I think the problem is what Slammiversary is where in Canada.
Yes.
Okay, so I just think this is just,
Pandering?
No, it's like the circus. I come to your hometown, and then 3 weeks later somebody else comes to your hometown and tries to do a better show than what I did. And I think that's what we're seeing here. I think they need something that's gonna get a big reaction, and they think that Scott D'Amore is the Canada because he's Canadian and yada yada. But they need more than that. They definitely need more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think Scott D'Amore is going to make anyone go, well, that show was better than Impact because Scott D'Amore was on it. It's like,
they could have got someone. I mean, for Jesus, if we could get Tommy Dreamer, Bode Sabu, yada yada, why we can't get somebody just for one night? Why not Chris Masters? Let's get Chris Masters. One night only.
I like that idea. But I'm a person who's I've always liked, I have said this before and I'll say it again. I have always liked Chris Masters. I felt like Chris Masters could have been a big deal, and some of it is his own fault, and he'll be the first person to tell you that. He had a lot of issues he had to overcome, but I think that I've always thought that Chris Masters was very talented, and I felt like after he overcame those can't think of the word.
Who in the blue hell is this? Yuya
Umino?
Yeah.
Umino? Whatever.
Umino.
He's on loan from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh my God. Jesus, I thought we were over this. I think that's the worst part about June. Is that there's all these New Japan folks.
I know something, Jay, you'll be happy about. You know what's in the AEW game?
You know who I see right now? I see the person that could definitely be the one to dethrone Joe Hendry, and that's Kenny King.
I'm a little bit behind you, so I'm not there yet. But
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't mind seeing Kenny King as the internet champion or whatever.
Throw him. There's nobody else. He's the perfect choice.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice.
I hate to say it. I mean, he's old looking and shit, but I hate to say it. Oh, no. More AEW Fight Forever.
No, Savage is on vacation, so he can't play Fight Forever.
Good.
What up?
Not much. Oh, Savage, I was telling the group, including Jay. So my friend came over for a little bit today because he wanted to see if he liked Fight Forever, which he did. But as he was looking at my custom wrestler, he goes, "Were you trying to make Jay White?" And I was like, "Nope, that's just somehow how it turned out."
John Borash looking like a mark.
But yeah.
Yo, Jay, look at this hotel room.
Nice.
You're balling.
Look, it even has a kitchen.
And we're back for another 10, 15-minute commercial.
So
I'm actually gonna see if we have Impact here. I don't know. I'm about to go outside and start the fire.
Where are y'all at?
I'm in like the Hamptons, basically.
Oh, nice.
What channel is this is Access?
Yes,
What is
sir.
it? Spike?
Ass, because it's an ass show.
Tonight has been pretty bad. I'm not even going to disagree with Jay on that. This one's been pretty bad.
I want
Let's
to
see
see
if
what
they
Kenny
have
King
this.
does. I want to see what Kenny King does with this guy.
Kenny, King. I actually like
I'm
him.
sorry, guys. No access here. No access.
Lucky.
Listen
Boo.
now.
No, I'm not. I mean,
Listen now.
I can still watch it. I can watch it on my phone, but
Yeah, you're not missing nothing, yo.
I'm sure I'm not. The Learning Channel has better shit on right now. Oh, look, USA Network. A real wrestling network.
Yeah.
TNT, another real wrestling network.
You know what's horrible? The worst
You know
part?
what's not horrible, Travis? This pizza that I just ordered from a very fancy pizza place.
That does look good.
Yeah, man.
What kind of pizza is that?
That is a classic margarita pizza with
Yep.
bacon, pepperoni, and sausage.
Ooh.
That does look good.
And I shouldn't even be hungry, but I am.
I mean, you're a New Yorker. Y'all are always
Bathroom break, boys.
Now you know you're staying in a good place when you have the Coca-Colas that come like this.
Yep.
Where'd Jay go? Jay's gone?
No. he's
Bathroom
just-
break. Bathroom break.
Yeah.
Jay's taking a bathroom break. All right, I guess I can turn the camera around now. You don't need to see this anymore.
That is a swanky looking hotel though, man. But you've worked hard. You've earned it.
Oh, me and the wife. That's what hard. Okay. Settings.
So, yeah, I'm enjoying AEW. I told Jay earlier I have 2 complaints against the game. Only 2 though. Thus far, I don't even mind the limited roster because
It should be more than 2. It should be more than 2.
I don't even mind the limited roster because if it is going to be a live service, they could easily keep updating it, like on a monthly, yearly, whatever basis.
The roster is the way it is because the development of that game started 3 years ago.
Right.
And they focused on a core group of guys. And honestly, the production didn't even ramp up until CM Punk was signed. Once CM Punk was signed, they ramped up production because they knew they could sell units with him on the cover. Now, the media scrum happens, and he gets straight from the cover, but not from the game.
Yeah. So what I was saying was my 2 complaints, the only 2 complaints I've had thus far. I do not like the fact that, so a minute ago I was trying to do a match with Pac, and I was like, I'm going to finish
There we
this off
go.
with a brutalizer.
Match
And
about to start.
it says grounded upper body while the opponent is face down. I'm like, I can't do anything to get him on face down. I don't know how you flip him over or whatever. That, and then the second thing is selecting my personal custom wrestler. I'm trying to find one that's not already an AEW person's finisher that has a pinning combination. And it's like when you're selecting your finisher, it doesn't tell you this one pins or this one doesn't. I'm like, they could have done that better. But all in all, I'm like, for a first attempt, this is pretty good.
The game's phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. I played it more last night. It needs to be a little faster and whatever. Other than that, by the end of the year, it will be great. There's going to be a DLC pack, I think, in September.
Yep. Well, and they've already leaked, so they haven't leaked it. It got leaked, but they've already leaked that there's going to be a Ring of Honor. There's going to be a Ring of Honor pack, and there's going to be a New Japan Pro Wrestling pack. So it's like you can tell they're not just going to go, okay, the game's out, now we're done. They're going to constantly do work on it.
If they were smart, they would do something to combine the game with their pay-per-views and a streaming service and say, hey, listen, we got a membership. This gives you access to the new game we make every year. all downloadable content, all pay-per-views, $150 a year, something like that. Like AEW, and they have different tiers. Maybe they have one that's $500 a year, and it comes with a crate every month. And every month you get new merch. You get a shirt. You get this. There should be AEW fan clubs. Like, why these guys don't take advantage of, back in the day in the 80s, there used to be these things called fan clubs where you would, you'd fill out the little form, you'd mail it in, and every month they would send you cool shit. AEW has something like that, but it's not that cool.
And if they did that, it would be a game that we'd all, or it'd be something we'd all be like, okay, now this is a reason to buy this stuff. But
well, no. Get it in, buy it yet.
How did you feel about that, by the way? I'm looking at the entrance stuff you can do, and I was like, there's a waterfall of orange juice. And at first I thought, oh, is this supposed to be like a reference to Randy Orton's, like, the sparks raining down? I'm like, no, it's just orange juice.
Joe Henry, Eddie Edwards tomorrow. Impact Wrestling Down Under tour going down. There goes King.
No, the stream is dead today. Why is the stream so dead?
This what?
The stream's dead.
There you go, King.
Yeah.
Try to do a roll up.
It's been a pretty subpar night, honestly.
I wonder if starting late has anything to do with that.
King Spine Buster.
Well, it could be, and then honestly, this has been one of Impact's weakest episodes in a while.
That's like every week.
And last week.
I don't know. Last week at least had some good matches. This one really hasn't had one yet.
Yikes.
Jay, did I tell you I confirmed an interview with Matt Cardona in a couple of weeks?
Ooh, nice.
Cardona. Nice. Okay, with a nice submission here.
Fuck! I ate one slice and I'm stuffed.
Is it
That
over?
must be good pizza.
Banging pizza, bro. But I had tacos earlier, man. I had a taco, a quesadilla. I had a crepe with strawberry and Nutella and banana. I'm fucking stuffed.
Oh.
Well, sounds like you've been snacking for the last 6 hours, so.
That's from the morning till now.
I've won four matches, lost 0, but somehow on my entrance name it just said on a 0 match winning streak.
Son, you know how busy this place was? Jay, I ordered the pizza at 6 o'clock. They said it's not going to be ready till 8:30.
Damn.
I just ordered something else.
We did. That's when I went and got tacos, but I still wanted my fucking pizza.
Oh, damn, man. Tacos can be filled. There comes Kenny King, long standing suplex. Oh, got countered by Yuyo DDT.
Yo, AEW was subpar last night.
It was. And not only was it subpar, but more importantly, we saw a guy possibly get crippled on live television, and they booked it like, oh, this is the best thing ever. And it's like...
They were talking on Busted Open like that shit was the greatest thing since fucking Grilled Cheese, Sting and Jericho. Like, I was like, how did you think that was good? It was fun, but it wasn't good.
He's on the show. Because he's on the show, that's why.
Who's on the show? Tony?
Yeah, he'd be popping in whenever he wants. That's why they'd be like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing. The greatest thing we ever saw.
Son, it's so fucking biased now. I'm ready to puke.
I was
talking
ready
about
to
on both these shows.
Like today, Jay,
something
because I don't really listen to Busted Open anymore. I mean, I actually canceled my Sirius subscription because they kept overcharging me.
I want to say this. I was disgusted in the news of what I heard of one of our wrestlers. Disgusted.
Well, let's not bring that up right now.
Wait,
I
what?
was disgusted. Enough said.
Enough said. Yeah, we can talk about
I
that
actually
later.
don't know what y'all are talking about, but okay.
That's fine. We can tell you later. I don't need any people wanting to beat me up. I like my health. I'm in good health. I'm not trying to change that.
Well,
I'll tell you where I am going, though. I'm going outside. Sit down.
These commercials are brutal.
yeah. That's also not helped tonight is the fact that we've had more commercials than we have.
Yo, Jay, that's a sauna.
What?
That's a sauna.
Oh, okay.
You can go inside.
The reception is so
You
bad.
open the cap and you sit down.
It's like you're freezing all the time.
I'm about to sneak in the pool, though. The only thing that sucks is the full close to the tube. Sorry, shit. Which is kind of whack. But it's okay. This is my nice little chair I'm going to sit in, right? Oh, yeah. Whoa. But I don't have to fucking hold the phone.
By the
What's
way,
going on?
somebody didn't call Savage about the demo because I was reading an article today that said one of the guys said one of my biggest complaints against EW Fight Forever is you hate the finisher. That's just the match. You kicked out like 3 of yours last night.
Jay knows what this is.
I don't, and I don't probably want to know.
Hey, Travis, have you ever done any drugs?
Huh?
Have you done any drugs?
No.
Never.
No. I am actually straight edge. It's the one thing me and Punk have in common is that I am straight edge, and I don't have anything against people who've done this stuff. I've just never had any interest myself.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you drink caffeine?
Do I what?
Do you drink caffeine?
Some, yeah.
Then you're not straight edge.
I mean,
Do you drink products that were created by machines?
Here we go. Back to the show.
I can't hardly hear you.
Julia with
Drink
the
products
form.
created by machines.
No, I'm not hearing you over Jay. So try one more time.
I can't hear nothing.
Why not?
Oh, no, I hear like the music, something in the background.
I'm going to lower the music.
Julia,
Yeah, no music.
Julia climbing up the road. Oh, here,
Well, what I'm saying, Travis, if you eat anything that isn't a supermarket shelf, or you're eating some kind of drugs, you eat fruit, you eat vegetables.
Whoa, King with the agility.
Come on, you eat meat? I bet you eat a fucking cheeseburger.
Now,
What do you think those cows are being shot up with?
fair enough.
Drugs. Drugs. I'll put it to you like this, Travis. You want to know the secret to life that nobody talks about?
Go ahead.
The reason why there is so much pain, sadness, and misery in the world, especially in America, and depression and all these other things that the doctors have made up over the last 50 years is because the animals
Yeah.
are misery, like they're
Okay,
suffering
with the Brazilian kick. Picks him
their
up.
whole life in a
I
farm.
can't hear you and Jay at the same
Damn.
time.
That's all right. I'll tell you another time.
Good
All right,
stuff.
what were you saying?
Let's not forget, Impact 10,000 episode in
I'll tell you
September,
another
White
time.
Plains, New York. King with another impressive victory.
Bottom line is Impact sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I think we've been waiting for it. Here he comes, the champ himself, JH, Joe Henry.
Okay, Jay, if you're going to do play-by-play, you have to have a microphone that is not utter crap.
What does that mean?
Terrible. You sound like the teacher from Peanuts.
Hold on.
Yeah, his mic is bad.
It's terrible.
How does my phone sound?
Sounds fine.
I don't normally use the phone for this. You know that.
Yeah. I mean, Kenny King versus Theodore match right now. Pretty good match.
I'm gonna see if I can get Marty Jannetty on here.
Go for it.
How do I invite people? More.
There we go. We're watching the music video.
Something was on your mind.
Watching something great right now.
What's that?
The Kenny King music video by Joe Henry.
Oh!
This is great TV right here. This is why Joe Henry needs to be in WWE. Oh.
I actually like Joe Hendry a lot.
Oh, some people don't, but that's just great TV right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now it's actually worth watching Impact tonight. This whole segment right here. And the match wasn't that bad.
Because again, Joe Hendry is incredibly entertaining.
And Kenny King is pretty good. And I
Let's
enjoyed
see.
the match.
Roll the footage. What do we got here?
The only thing I didn't enjoy is that there's too much commercials and we didn't see the baby face get that huge comeback. Yeah. It's great. I loved it. I loved everything about it. This was great. This actually made the night.
Hold on. I'm watching the music video right now. Somebody other than me remembered that about Kenny King. That is great. I love it. That is actually genuinely entertaining.
Marty Jannetty is busy.
New Japan tonight at 10.
So why is Impact trying to get more hockey players that nobody cares about to be part of hockey?
People watching late. Well, they definitely got to watch the Joe Henry music video because that was worth it.
Yeah, that was the best part of the night so far.
David Finlay's fighting tonight, 10 o'clock, New Japan. Nick Aldis was playing his ashes. So we have to have a heel, and Nick Adonis is that heel. Aldis.
Steven Chambers, the night itself has not been all that great, but the Joe Hendry music video for Kenny King absolutely just made up for it.
Yes. And the Trinity wasn't bad in the match. I just didn't like Deonna Purrazzo at the end with those fake forearms.
I don't dislike Trinity, but I never saw the appeal of her even back in when she was Naomi. She just, I don't know, there's something about her I just never cared for. I don't think it's necessarily that she's bad. I just am like one of those where I'm like, she's okay.
Oh, they need a little spice in the roster, and should be an interesting match at Slammiversary.
Eddie Edwards and Kazarian. Didn't we already get this match once already?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I get that Kazarian and Eddie Edwards are both great wrestlers, but it's like we had this match already. Why do we need it again?
Oh, maybe Bully Ray and Steve Macklin need a break.
You know, we talked about it earlier how they were like, oh man, that thing was so great on Busted Open. What do we think? Are you gonna see Bully try and pop Sting's thing?
Hey, Travis, go to slides. Add the slide for upcoming events. It should be in there. Right? If you go to more.
Give me a second. Hold on.
Everybody needs to watch right? Impact.
It should say copy of upcoming events under slides. Like after you click on it.
Hold on. I'm trying to find slides. I can see brand, but I don't see slides.
On the bottom, underneath the screen.
No, it's weird. I'm not seeing slides down here at all.
What do you see?
I see 6-screen clean. I see news layout, gaming, and then
no, not the layout. Underneath the layout, under that.
Right, it's the three of us, and then there's mute, stop camera settings, and that's it.
Yeah, go to settings. Oh wait, okay. Settings. Did you accept the admin invite or no?
Yeah.
Good.
I think so.
Are you on your computer?
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't accept the admin probably.
I wasn't a fan of the Moxley match.
It's okay. No worries.
Nobody's a fan of the Moxley matches.
Oh, some people like it because it was that strong style. So,
I mean, yeah, the problem I have with the Moxley Ishii matches, I get why it's his style, but I'm like, the way Ishii headbutts people, I've always been like, dude, you are going to mess somebody up doing like that.
Listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to tell you what your case is potentially worth.
King of the Indies, and
these
now
commercials.
he
That's the best thing Impact did tonight. That's the best thing. That match and that.
Oh, yeah.
Trinity wasn't bad. I didn't enjoy Leo Rush.
No. I've never cared for Leo Rush, to be honest. And I'll be honest with you. I'm a huge Joe Hendry fan. So, like, I've been following his career since like the ICW days. So, like, I know, like, people are like, oh, man, Joe Hendry's so talented and he's so funny. I'm like, in other news, it's a day that ends in Y. Like, if you've been following this man's career, you know he's good.
Here we go. Finally, we're back. Down Under tour tomorrow and this Saturday.
And now you're rich, but to me, you will always be Edge's bitch.
Impact 1000 anniversary, White Plains, New York, September. Here we go. We're back.
I have
Nick
not.
Aldis has coming out to the ring.
Yeah. Let's see if Aldis can salvage this.
Nice suit, though.
Yeah, he's got
If
a
Savage
great
was watching it. If he was watching this, he'd be hating on that suit. It's a nice suit. Alex Shelley, Nick Aldis, July 15th, Slammiversary. Now he will explain his actions of what he has done. And here we go.
What he has done has saved us all from the horribleness that is Alex Shelley.
Harassing me online. They've been trying to
People have been harassing him online.
for my actions just a couple of weeks ago.
Here
on
comes the
Impact
booze.
Wrestling. And if you need a
Everybody's
refresher,
going,
it's
including these photographers in the
tattooed
front.
Alex Shelley's face with the Impact Wrestling World Championship. So I've decided that the time is right to go ahead and give that explanation. Hey, I need you to show me some respect for a moment, please.
Good luck with that, Shelley. Or Aldis.
Brian Myers shirts out there. Please get rid of the luggage you have, just like as my boy Moose said earlier. Please.
Before I can do that, I need Alex Shelley to come out because he's been asking for an explanation. So, Chef, Alex Shelley, come on down.
Oh, here we go.
So,
I think oh, here we go. Impact champion.
So you know something, Jay? As much as I say stuff, and I do, about CM Punk, there is actually someone I dislike more than Punk.
Alex Shelley?
No. I honestly, I do not understand why. I don't understand why Jeff Hardy is being allowed to compete in any company.
Sign a death contract. That's what it is.
What I say goes, and really nobody cares about your explanation. How would I get in there and wipe that stupid look on? Whoa. How about you just stay right there?
Man, it's Shelley's so old.
You're the world champion, but
Yes, he
if
is.
you want to hear what I have to say,
What it shows. It's like, it reminds me of Edge.
because I saw your actions against poor Jimmy Jacobs. He was just trying to deliver a message.
And don't get it twisted. Nick Aldis is old too, but he takes care of himself well.
But he still looks good for his age. Alex Shelley looks like he's about to be on death's door.
Let me just step over here.
Yeah.
Okay? Unsafe working environment. I understand. I want you to be very safe. I have a seat for you. It's right over there. Because you fancy yourself a man of the people. You feel like you represent these Impact Wrestling fans so well.
Pretty good.
Why not just go and
Pretty good thus far.
I won't always be that guy who whoops CM Punk.
You see, this is what.
Okay, that's enough. Just shut up.
Oh, there we
You
go.
want me to go sit in the crowd with the Impact fans?
You see, this is working. Nick Aldis is carrying this whole segment. He's carrying the promo. Alex Shelley doesn't need to talk as much.
Yeah, and that's how it should be, honestly. All this is, in my opinion, loads better than Shelley has ever been.
For me, it would be an absolute honor to sit amongst the Impact fans.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
You're the king of the Indies.
Is this
You will always be CM Punk, the
glad that you
bitch.
brought this up because this actually feeds into exactly the point I'm trying to make, Alex, and that is that you're starting to believe your own propaganda. See, let's start at that debacle of a 10-person tag match a couple of weeks ago. I was in there, totally effective, doing my part as a member of the team. Yeah, tag in and out, keep the fresh man in. You should know a little thing or two about that, being such a great tag team wrestler and all that. And then what does Chris Sabin do? Oh, Chris Sabin's going to be the hero. He's going to go in there and try to beat everybody. He's going to do everything by himself.
Oh,
and he gets stuck in
making
deep
good
water.
points, Nick
And he
Aldis.
almost cost us the match. But he finds himself through. Then, I'm right there, Alex. I was right there ready for the tag. Now, in that situation, there's one man who's the best candidate for that tag, and that was me, but I know he's going to tag Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley's going to come in. He's going to be the hero. He's going to hold both characters. He's going to try to excuse me. I'm going to get this out whether you like it or not. And the reality is that was nothing more than a concerted effort between you and Sabin to try to minimize me, to try to embarrass me, to try to make me stand there like a puss. When I'm clearly the
I'm
best
loving
guy in the
it.
match.
Yeah, this is a good promo from
Enough of this
From
vanilla
Nick.
good guy stuff. Enough of this all spirit of competition.
Alex Shelley is doing exactly what I've been saying.
Because you see,
Less, nothing.
you're acting like you're some sort of hero.
I
You're acting like you're part of some downtrodden, underappreciated group of wrestlers. But the fact
Ooh,
is
that was
that
a
you
good
guys have
one.
had the run of this business for the last 10 years. And like a fake revolutionary,
Fake
as soon as you got your seat at the
revolutionary.
table, you've done everything you can to try to get rid of guys like me. And like every other
This has been a good
revolutionary,
I'll be back in just a minute.
with a very slick propaganda campaign with you.
Definitely a good
these
promo by
mouth
Nick
breathers in the
Aldis.
front row, and friends in the wrestling media to try to
Definitely what I've been saying all along. It's a strong voice. He needs to carry the promo, and everything will be just fine.
Don't be sad. Don't be butthurt that I made it to the world title a hell of a lot faster than you did. That while you're sitting there going, oh, I'm responsible for Ruben Schnabitz and this wrestler and that wrestler and the modern wrestling style. I was getting endorsed by Harley Race.
Nick Aldis getting endorsed by Harley Race, legend in the game.
History, legacy, tradition of this business. And you
For the
represent
last
humanity
10 minutes,
somewhere
Nick
very,
Aldis
very
has been
dark and
killing it
magical.
on the
I
mic,
like it.
on this
I'm gonna
promo,
stop it.
on this segment, and he's carrying Alex Shelley, which should be well received. He is holding it down, and this is exactly what I've been saying this whole segment. Alex Shelley does not need to do a damn thing. Just sit back, relax, let Nick Aldis put you over. It's working. The crowd's into it. I'm into it. This is good. A fake revolutionary in Alex Shelley, he's saying. He's going to embarrass him, and it should be great. And there you go. Alex Shelley, oh, will you shut up? And he gets a huge pop. Why? Because he's not doing much. And that's exactly what you have to do with someone that looks 50 years old in the ring. Sorry, it's just the facial. Just looks old. Reminds me of Edge. I can't see it as champ. I don't know. Nick Aldis and him probably around the same age, but let's face it, if you don't take care of your body, this is how you look like.
Yeah, the difference is Nick Aldis has worked hard to stay in shape, and it does not look like Shelley has. Shelley doesn't look. He looks old.
This is great. There we go. This is what we've been wanting to see.
What, Nick Aldis beat the holy crap out of Shelley? Yes, we do want to see that.
Shelley getting in the upper hand now. Nick, oh, right in the ring side. Alex Shelley is down.
CM Punk with a 0 wins and 5 losses record in AEW Fight Forever. It's almost.
Wait a minute. Oh. Nick Aldis has just sold this main event match at Slammiversary.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that's how you sell a match. Oh, who's this? Oh my God, just as Travis called it earlier of what this guy will become, we're watching it now. I will not say nothing. Now this could be bad. This looks horrible. Why?
I'm not quite there yet.
God. Jesus. Good, you get to enjoy the Nick Aldis segment before you see it.
Oh no, that means something terrible is coming.
Oh my God. Oh. Statements received. Statements received on both ends. Truly a good ending. I liked it. I liked the last 15, 20 minutes of it. Of Impact tonight. If anybody would ask me to review, yes, Trinity looked good in the ring. I'm sad we only saw Moose, but he spoke the truth, and Brian Myers get rid of the damn dead weight. I definitely like the Kenny King match, even though I don't know who the hell Yuya is, whatever, but I enjoyed that match. And I enjoyed Joe Henry. And I enjoyed Nick Aldis.
Really expensive. But here's the secret. Glasses don't actually cost that much to make.
I'm still not there yet. I'm getting
I'm
closer.
just giving my whole take in case I get out of here. But
I mean, I see Chris Sabin, but
I thought the last 15, 20 was really, really good for Impact. If they could do it like that every week, I just got know what time to jump on.
Who is that? Oh, Leo Rush. Who cares?
You say he will be a heel? He looks like a heel coming in. Well, there it is.
I mean, in other news,
I know.
I didn't enjoy that. Day that ends in Y.
There it is. Leo's making a statement. Nick just made a statement. Not bad. Last 20 minutes was not bad at all. And now it's New Japan at the Osaka Zoo Hall. Damn, June 4th, 2023. Kevin Kelly, Chris Carlton, Gino Gambino. Damn, so they really show old episodes of New Japan at June 23rd from June 3rd. June 29th to June 3rd. That's pretty horrible.
Are you kidding me? They actually offer you the choice in the AEW Fight for video game. Are you wanting your diet to be non-vegetarian or vegetarian? We all know only communists are vegetarians.
I feel like they just added like they didn't know what to make in that game. They were like, well, we got the concept of the arcade style, but we need to add more to that. They should have just, if you're gonna follow a format, just follow it all the way for sakes. Like, just make it as simplest as you can. Not freaking diet and gym and fly here and fly there and do this and do that. The hell with all that. You know, little kids want to do that.
Oh, God, I have to listen to Tony Khan's voice. That's enough punishment.
Hey, how you doing?
I sound like I'm perpetual virgin.
You want to come to the Double or Nothing show? Well, you're going to have fun. Overall, Impact wasn't that bad at the end. Not a great show, but I thought it was a little up from last week, especially the end. I'm going to let you play it at it. I got to put my son to bed. It's been real. Travis.
No, it's okay. I'm actually probably going to call it too. So you have a good one, man.
You too, brother.
Y'all all have a good evening, and I will see y'all tomorrow night for SmackDown.
SmackDown.
SmackDown! Or however it was that Pat McAfee used to say it.
I know.
Night, everyone.
Good old days.